So now we're on lesson 4 of Unit 7. So we're still talking about right triangles and how amazing they are. We talked about the Pythagorean Theorem, which you use when you have two sides and you're trying to find the third side. So you've got it. Whoops. Wait. Okay, there we go. A plus B equals C, right? When you only know one side and one angle, though, you use those trig ratios that we talked about last lesson. And the trig ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent, those Greeks, they figured this out, right? They figured out our ratios on right triangle. So, just to sum that up, if I can get it to work, because for some reason this is the 4th time, it's just not wanting to do it. So, there we go. Okay. So when you have two sides that you know, you use the Pythagorean Theorem. And when you have one side you know and one angle you know, you use your trig ratios. No, this is not on your notes. It is not written on your notes. I put this on here. I'm talking. I'm showing you information. So if you're not listening with your headphones, please don't ask me why this is here and not on your notes. If you do, I will be upset. Just saying. Sorry, I'm a little grumpy today. I need to reel it in. Okay. So now we're looking at our practice problems. So what you need to do is figure out the angle that you're using and then label your sides. So our angle is this right here, 32 degrees. So I'm going to mark that. Right? I know that side's my hypotenuse. Doesn't matter which angle I'm looking at. Hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle every single time. So I label that H. I'm going to label the Y A for adjacent because it's touching my angle. The hypotenuse and the adjacent angle touch the angle. And then O for my opposite angle X. Okay. So I'm looking at this. I know H. H is 24. And I'm looking for O. So I know H and I'm looking for O. Which function has O and H in it? Well, let's look. I have S sine is opposite and hypotenuse. That's what I need right there. O and H. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the sine of 32, right? Because that's the angle I'm referring to. So I put that value in is equal to O over H. And then I put my numbers in. Well, O, side O is X, so I substitute that in for my opposite side, and my hypotenuse is 24. Then I just plug that into Desmos. I will show you how to do that. So I have the sine of 32 equals X divided by 24. As long as the X is on the top, my dot comes up and it's 12.718. Yes, write it all the way out. What that means is that with these angles, this side that I've been looking for is 12.718. So I'm going to write 12.718. So this side right here, if this side is 24 and this angle is 32, this side must be 12.718 units. Okay. Now I need to find y. So I found x, and I could go back and say, I'm going to use the Pythagorean Theorem. Say 12.718 squared plus y squared equals 24. I can do that, but we're just practicing the trig ratios today, okay? So at this point, you've got two different options. It's kind of cool. You can take different paths, right? It's like that, write your own story. I know that's exactly what you guys are thinking. So now I'm looking at this, and I know h. I'm looking for a. Cosine is the function that has a and h in it. So I write the cosine of 32, because I'm still using this angle as my reference, is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse side. And the cosine of 32 is my adjacent side y over 24. When I plug that into Desmos, I get 20.353. Let's see if these sides make sense. This side is 12.718. This side is 20.353, and my hypotenuse is 24. As long as my hypotenuse is the biggest side, I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything. Okay? So these are my two answers. X is 12.718. Y is 20.353. Easy peasy. Awesome. Just remember with this Y, change it to X when you put it into Desmos. If you guys don't remember that yet, oh, please remember that. Please remember that. Okay. Next. So now we're looking at this one. I'm going to move this up here so I'm not interfering with this. I'm going to label my sides and my angle. My angle is 40. My hypotenuse is h because it's opposite the right angle. X is a because it's touching the angle. And 15 is opposite. So now I need to look at this. I know the opposite side. I'm looking for the adjacent side. So that function is tangent. So I write tangent, and it's opposite over adjacent, so 15 over x. But I can't put that into Desmos. Desmos doesn't like that. So I need to flip my ratio so the x goes on top. So I'm going to put in 1 over tangent of x. So I flip the first ratio, and I flip the second ratio. Okay? And when I do that and I put that into Desmos, check my math because you know I make mistakes, I get 17.875. So that's the first one. Okay? Now I need to find y. Whoops. And that's what you're going to do. Let me go back. You're going to find y. So you're going to look, you're going to say, oh, which side do I know? Well, I know O, and I'm looking for h. Which function has O and h in it? And then I want you to find the actual solution on the Edpuzzle right now. Okay, we did it. If you are struggling, remember, you can ask us for help. We don't bite or anything. Okay, find the missing side measures. Exact same issue. What do I do first? I label my angle and my sides every single time. So this is my hypotenuse because it's opposite my right angle. This is the angle I'm talking about, so I draw the line. 22 must be the adjacent side because that's what's touching. And then x is O. So I know, oh, come on. Really, dude? Okay. I know 22 is, the adjacent side is going to be in both my ratios. So if I remember my trig ratios with SOHCAHTOA, I'm never going to use sine on this problem because I'm always using the adjacent side. So let's set up the first one. Which side do you know? The opposite side, the hypotenuse side, or the adjacent side? You're going to type that answer into Desmos right away. Okay? Not Desmos. Edpuzzle. Sorry. All right. So we figured out the adjacent side is what we know, 22. And we're looking for x, opposite. Which function has the opposite and adjacent side on it? Well, let's see. Opposite hypotenuse? Nope, I want opposite adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse, that's one of the two, it's not enough. Tangent, opposite, and hypotenuse. It has both of the functions that I want. So I plug this into Desmos and I get 82.105. Okay, that means that the side x is 82.105. Now, I'm going to set up my next equation. I'm looking for y, so I have my adjacent side. I'm looking for my hypotenuse side, so I plug them into my equation. And I want you to tell me, what does your ratio look like? Can I type it in like this? What do I need to do? So answer that question on Edpuzzle. Okay, now that you've done that, that's what it looks like. You have to remember, flip both your ratios. We practiced that in the first unit, or in the first lesson. There is a reason we write these notes the way we write them, okay? When did we practice that? Oh, no, we practiced that in Unit 6. I'm sorry. We did that in Unit 6 over and over and over and over again, not Unit 1. Unit 6 over and over and over again. So flip it so that it's on the top so Desmos can show you the point on the line, okay? And you get y equals 85. All right. Now, you guys are going to do this next one. So you're going to find x, and you're going to find y in Edpuzzle. Okay, so you've found x, you went through all the steps, right? You labeled your sides. Better have them labeled here. Now you're going to find y. Okay? Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And please ask us for help if you have questions. Please use your headphones and listen to the notes. It makes a big difference. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye.